In South County, December's always a month to remember. We've got our holiday traditions just like our friends in colder places. But when we gather around the fire, we do it in our own unmistakable way. At South County Lexus, we make the season unforgettable with the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Fantastic finance opportunities and special offers on the entire Lexus lineup make now the best time of the year to drive the Lexus you've always wanted. Make this December one to remember. South County Lexus at Mission Viejo. Different, just like you.
We welcome you back to our program, and our program, of course, on Tuesdays brought to us by the folks down there at South County Lexus. And joining us again, Patrick Lustig Jr. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Good to have you with us today. So, the month of December, December to remember, and I guess what do we want to remember is taking a look at the Lexus cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's our biggest sales event of the year. We have a lot that go on throughout the entire year, but December to Remember sales event is without a doubt our biggest sales event of the year.
Mm-hmm. And I guess you've probably still got a few brand new 2012s on the lot that have never been sold or registered. So people could get a brand new car that's perhaps a few dollars less than a brand new 2013 one.
Yeah, we have a lot of the 2013 models have come out, and there are some of the 2012s that are left. A lot of incentives from the factory, things like that. They are brand new cars, technically one model year old. That's why they they have so many specials on these particular vehicles.
Mm-hmm. You might not have the selectability of color and features that you might on a brand new one, but certainly there'll be all that Lexus quality and all those good features. Yeah, that's great. Obviously, you'll be closed on Christmas Day, otherwise open regular hours during the holiday season?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You know, Ken's been predicting some rain coming on later this week, and maybe a chance to talk about safety. Obviously, I guess all cars today, because of federal regulations, have certain safety equipment, but I think because of the high-end engineering on a Lexus, you're looking at a car that's very, very safe. Yeah,
of course. There are certain things that do need to be taken into consideration all the time. Then you change your wiper blades, obviously tire rotation, things like that. And then also there is something that we do offer at our dealership, which is nitrogen in your tires, which can be very great, especially this time of year. All of our new cars are preloaded with nitrogen. I won't get too scientific about it, but nitrogen, it's a molecule. It's about 5 times larger than oxygen. So when it gets cold at this time of year, the oxygen in the tires, because it's nitrogen, oxygen would normally it would contract and expand, cause it to seep out of the sidewalls. You'd get some irregular tire pressure, which can cause irregular wear on the tires, less fuel economy. You have to replace your tires a little more often. That's why we do offer nitrogen, because it's going to be a lot safer option, a lot more economical option. Kind of just provides you with a little bit more life out of your tires and a little bit more bang for your buck when it comes to your gas.
I know that aircraft and car racing tires have used nitrogen for years, and you'd be like at the Long Beach Grand Prix or something and be in the pits, and they'll have a big tank of nitrogen there to check the tire pressure on, rather than just atmospheric air. So it's a good thing to think about, especially if you're going to keep your car for a while and you want to get maximum mileage out of your tires. Those are some of the things that do wear out. Wiper blades and belts on the engine and tires do wear out eventually. Partly that's just because we're using the car, but I guess with proper maintenance, those things can be kept safe as long as possible, and that's where your service department comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And that's what's nice with the Lexus brand too, is that's one of the few things that you do actually have to do in terms of maintenance. The vehicles with mostly just regular oil changes, tire rotation, changing things like that is going to be the difference between looking at Lexus as opposed to another luxury brand, where maybe your routine maintenance is going to be a little bit more comprehensive, a little bit more expensive, maybe taking a little bit more parts and spending more time in the shop. Whereas with the Lexus brand, you could bring it into the service drive, and a lot of times it is just a little bit more minor things, and as long as you do keep those things up and do it in a timely manner, that's going to pretty much be mostly what you're doing in terms of maintenance.
I know one of the things we used to hear was you based your things like oil changes and all on the odometer. Some technicians I've spoken to recently said, really, with our folks here in the village who maybe don't put a lot of miles on their car every year, it may take them a long time to get to 5,000 or 6,000 or 7,000 miles. It's maybe better to come in on more of a regular time-wise basis, maybe every 6 to 8 months, to get that car looked at. And the oil may be okay, but some of those other things might need some attention. Obviously, tire rotation extremely important, especially with the front-wheel drive cars. They're driving the car as well as steering the car, and they can wear out a lot sooner if they don't get rotated. So that increases your tire life. And as Ken mentioned, it's going to rain this week, so obviously we want to check the tread and all that for good safety in the rain as well.
Yeah, tires can be an extremely important part. It seems, compared to like the engine, a lot of people think, you know, in terms of oil change, things like that are incredibly important, which they are. But in my personal opinion, I think tires are probably the most important thing of the car, because that's where, you know, the car meets the road, and that's where most of the contact is pretty much, hopefully.
Yeah, I know I've seen some interviews with race car drivers, and they say no matter what's done with the car, how good the driver is, all the suspension changes and brakes and everything else, those 4 little patches of rubber really have a big impact on how that car is going to drive and perform, whether it's a race car or a street vehicle like a Lexus. Well, it sounds like a good time to come on down and check out what you have, the last of the 2012s and the new 2013s as well. We were talking before the show, more and more people these days are also leasing their cars, and you folks have some good deals on leasing as well.
Yeah, we have some amazing lease specials going on, especially on some of the 2012s that still remain. Even with the 2013s, even some of the ones that have just recently come out, like the 2013 ES350, we have some lease specials that are going on right now that are just amazing. So leasing is becoming very, very popular again. And it's definitely something that the factory, they're putting a lot of specials.
Taking a look at some of your cars right there, and I'm not sure if you can tell which model that is. That's an ES right there. And there's the GS, which is maybe a little more performance-oriented. The RX, of course, a very popular SUV, which is a very popular class as well. And then the hybrid, which came out, I believe, last year. And so this is its, I think, second year?
Yeah, that's the second year for the CT200H. We've had the RX 450H and its predecessor, the RX 400H. That one's been around for quite some time, and the new ES hybrid just came out this year.
Right, so lots of different ways to look at the Lexus marketplace and see what's available over there. And again, some great deals on the last of the 2012s and some super promotions on the 2013s as well. For those who haven't been down there, other than Christmas Day when you'll be closed, normal hours?
Yeah, 8:30 to 9. Monday through Saturday, and Sundays a little bit reduced hours from 10 to 7 o'clock.
All right, very good. You'll be down there along with the rest of the folks, your dad and all the good people down there, and chance to check out the Lexus cars. Again, something good for you to think about, good safe car and a good reliable car as well. And I think one of the few manufacturers that year one, the cars were great. Got great ratings and reliability and great cars. Some companies takes them a few years to kind of get up to speed and build the car right. But I think Lexus spent a lot of time, and the parent company Toyota spent a lot of time doing research, and a lot of that done right in Irvine, right in our local neighborhood. So a lot of the things that those cars feature are things that people like right here in Orange Counties, which I think is great for our folks.
Yeah, definitely is. And they've it's definitely been a brand where they put a lot in terms of thought process, especially now with kind of entering into the more sportier arena with we have our LFA, which came out, which was a vehicle that they spent about 10 years in the making. Yeah. They lose about $100,000 for every single one they sell.
Yeah, it's in the range of some of the Italian supercars, and not for everybody, but even to look at one is kind of neat, much less get a chance to ride in one or drive one. I know we saw one on display a couple years ago at the Long Beach Grand Prix when they first came out, and it was the center of attention in that showroom. Yeah, a lot of interest there. Hey, thank you for joining us. See you back here in the next couple of weeks, and we appreciate you coming by today.
Sounds perfect.
Thanks for joining us today. Patrick Lustig Jr., one of the fine folks up there at South County Lexus, right near Saddleback College. Drive on over, check it out, and again, some great deals on the 2012s and the new 2013s. Our program continues for you right here on Channel 6, right after this.